Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Onward VRML Season 10, Week 2, Anarchy versus BRSEK. I'm your host, Trip, and I am joined by my co-caster, Snooper. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's Sunday, Florida. It's hot, it's humid outside, so it's a perfect time to watch a match inside.
Isn't it always hot in Florida? That's just the standard weather.
If you look at the weather right now, it feels like 103 out, and it's like 60% humidity. It's a nightmare down here right now.
You know, it's actually been pretty toasty up here in Indiana. I mean, it's been 95 with like 80% humidity up here, so I feel you.
Yeah. It couldn't be that global warming, could it?
Nah, that's fake.
Anyways.
So
looks like we've got a reservist for BRSEK. We got El Vegas, Zero.
Good reservists there. They've been having some technical difficulties, I've been told. Their players are just having a hard time getting into the lobby or getting the game to work. I'm not really sure what the issue is. I just know that they are having some.
From my limited exchanges with them, I think it's more of a connection issue, but I could have been mistaken. I think some of them are in a country that's the internet connection isn't exactly the best for Onward, so you're going to get a lot of drops, a lot of issues where you're not able to connect. It's an issue, and I'm sure they're fixing it in 1.8, or at least that's what we've been told. And that's only, what, 2 weeks away? But a little more than that, a little more than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, as long as they follow that, was the 31st was the date they gave. So I mean, as long as they follow that.
Yeah, end of July, something around there. I mean, it's game development. Things can happen. Features could, be dropped or delayed. It's game development. You never know what errors you're gonna interact with. But from what I'm hearing from the devs, 1.8, feeling pretty good.
All right, so today, Anarchy versus BRSEK. Anarchy being another new team. Neox apparently just likes to create teams for each season. He just grabs people, throws them together, and they make a team and they play, and then they give up, and then they do it again in the next season. So this season, the roster is Neox, King of the North, Neo, Rob, Lich King, Bullets for Breakfast, and Whale. And the BRSEK side, we have Partisan, Tankist, Vladich, Young Pervert, took me a second,
I just call him
Solovi,
CZ.
and Mike, and Senor Sanchez. So some good players there. A couple of new players. I don't know. I know everyone on the Anarchy side. I don't know everyone on the BRSEK side.
You're definitely going to hear a lot of Russian from my experience with them. I casted one of BRSEK's games, I want to say last week, and yeah, you're not going to understand any of their call-ups unless you know Russian. So they've got that advantage. I mean,
that
North Stairs is the same thing in English, but in Russian, we don't know what they're saying.
That is true. It is definitely an advantage if you can communicate without the enemy. Because, I mean, then you can talk. I mean, yeah, you'll give away your position. You can be next to the enemy and talk, and they'll know that you're there, but they still won't be able to relay what your plans are. So you can just talk right on the other side of a wall from someone and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. And not to mention it's in Russian, so us Americans are a little intimidated on attacking that. But they're good. I mean, BRSEK did really well last week. They're a great team. They definitely work well together. They started coming together, and they're working on a 100% win rate right now. No losses.
That's pretty good. But that's only 2 games so far, or 1 game so far?
Only the 2 games. So it's not the greatest thing in the world, but all of those wins are dominant wins. They went 12-3 last week, and then 13-5 against Game Fist in their first match. Like the BRSEK's definitely got their organization down. They got their call-outs down. They got the communications down. They just need to execute, and they seem to be doing it very well.
Well, Anarchy is 1-1 right now. They've won 1 and lost 1, but they are favored by 36 players to win this match. BRSEK only has 3 voted for them, and one of those is their team members, so that doesn't count. So
I think a lot of the people on, let's see, Neox, King of the North, Neo, Rob, Lich King, I mean, Bullets for Breakfast, Whale, they're people that I play with regularly in comp lobbies that I know, so I think Anarchy's got a little bit of a notoriety thing where they get more votes from their friends or people that know them, and I mean, they're certainly friends with a lot of people. Where BRSEK's sort of a new team, not to mention they speak primarily Russian. I want to say I've spoken to 1 or 2 of them, and I mean, it is a hindrance when it comes to getting to know people.
Yeah, and I mean, Anarchy, the players are from teams that we've seen before. We've got players from Dead Logic, we've got players from Big Red 1, Bullets for Breakfast, was a reservist. I don't know if he ever played on a team, not really sure, but we do have 10 people in the lobby, so today's lineups are on the Anarchy side, Neox, Lich King, Rob, King of the North, and Bullets for Breakfast. And on the BRSEK side, we've got Vegas, Ike, Senor Sanchez, Partisan, and Tankist. And let's go over those pick bans really quick before we kick off the maps. You got those, right, Snoop?
I believe I do. Anarchy is banning Snow Peak, an understandable ban since most of us veterans in the league still hate that map. And then BRSEK's going to ban Tanker, another sort of controversial map just because it's dark, close quarters. A few teams don't exactly like it, but then a few teams really do like it. So there's reasons to ban or try and not ban.
I disagree with everything you just said. I like both of those maps.
I hate Snow Peak with a vengeance.
You know, but they... Okay, so BRSEK banned Tanker, and then Anarchy opted to go into Subway for map number 1.
Yes.
So, does BRSEK not like to play night maps? Do they not like to play close quarters maps? Because, I mean, Tanker and Subway, they basically play more or less the same. They're dark, they're corridor heavy, so they didn't really get out of that play mechanic that they were trying to ban, you know?
No, like, it could be a comfort thing. I know Tanker sort of throws people off just because of the darkness on the surface and you go under, and where Subway doesn't really have that, where if you go up to the surface in Chinatown, you're dealing with the red light and you don't really need to use night vision all the time, or Tanker's sort of the opposite of that. And I've seen BRSEK on Subway before, and they're very good at it.
All right, well, it sounds like we're getting ready to go, hopping into round number 1. We're going to start with the North Stairs. It'll be a good little preview of how these teams play effectively. I am going to start off by saying I'm going to give this to Anarchy right off the bat. With Neox with the shield, I feel like they have the advantage here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how BRSEK deals with this level of experience, because the other teams that are playing with, well, I'm not trying to denigrate them, they don't have the hours that Anarchy's working with.
Flash goes up and over. I think it got him. Vegas put a C4 on the... Oh, and he gets one. He gets the shield. But Lich King comes around, takes down one. The Molotov comes out, does not catch anybody. Now, Partisan trying to peek at Lich King's trying to find him. The nade comes out. Neox dies to that grenade. Take a look at that chaos again while we're waiting on some action to happen. The C4 immediately goes off as soon as he sees that shield in the corner. But a beautiful play. Tankist finds Rob. Looks like Rob was coming out the corridor, or the what do you call it? Service tunnel stairs?
I call them catacombs, but yeah.
There are no bodies buried down there, Snoop.
I know, but it's it's a subway where I get lost in, and I just call it the catacombs. But yes, he came out of the service tunnels, we'll call it that. And he promptly got eliminated by Tankist.
Partisan.
That's the organization I was talking about before, where they trust their teammates to be that far away from objective and to communicate when they're losing the objective and rotate back. Like, this is a BRSEK team we didn't see last season.
Partisan was forced to back off of the objective, or off of the stairs, but now he's in that normal, all the way at the end of the hallway position, which really, I don't know. I mean, if you've got a shield, I don't feel like that position helps at all.
If he slowed down his fire, I think he could hold the shield for a little longer. He's burning through that drum, and as soon as he gets through with it, Lich King's gonna charge him.
And what we're not seeing is anybody on BRSEK flank. Which,
No.
I mean, once you have... You know that there's a couple of people here on the stairs. Ooh, Partisan gets King of the North as he drops the shield and tries to go for the rifle shot. Lich King, however, runs down the stairs and catches him. Ike goes down on the objective. Lich King's on objective, tablet out.
This looks like a cap.
This is definitely a cap. BRSEK is way too far off the objective. They're all the way on the other side of the platform. Anarchy take their first 2 points.
Yep. And I just ate my words there with that communication call out.
I mean, he called for it.
He did, but I thought he'd call it a little earlier. I mean, last time I saw BRSEK play Subway, they were very swift on the, hey, we're about to lose this, and then the rotation happened. But we didn't see that here. Maybe they're just warming up. Maybe they're a little, you know, rusty, but that was a little bit of an odd defense choice.
They are running 2 reservists.
Oh, that's true.
So that throws a little bit of a wrench into the plans. I mean, only Ike and El Vegas are there are super reservists this season, right? They played in a lot of games so far, but
I've seen only like quite a few times, haven't I?
yeah, he's been picking up lobbies and he's a good player. But you know, when you have 2 people that don't understand your tactics, maybe don't know where you're going to be, what you're going to be watching, how far away from the objective you are, and it's worth mentioning when you have that tablet, it only shows so far out from where you're at, and then it just shows the dot in the direction of your friendly. So you can't gauge how far across the platform they are without being able to like actually visually see them. So
Yeah.
you know, maybe that's a little bit, he called for it. He definitely, he was in the middle of calling when he got shot, so he was a little late on it. I feel like Partisan should have probably made the call though and said,
Yeah.
we need help, there's a shield pushing the stairs.
I mean, as soon as the shield showed up, he probably should have called it out, and that would have gotten the other 2 closer. But it's done now. We're on to round 2.
Or allowed the flank. I mean, you know, once, like I said, once you engage 2, if you have an accurate kill count and you know there's 2 on the stairs, that means there's only a couple left. You could send out those flankers and maybe catch them on the backside.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't really guarding their rear, were they? At least from the catacomb perspective. I mean, they got the 1 guy, but I think they could have pushed through with the 2 they had left. Especially with the shield.
They had bullets watching the north alley for a flanker, but I mean, that was just 1 guy, and if 2 people came out there, maybe they could have got it. The flash comes out, doesn't catch anybody. C4 comes out.
Neox gets a good call out on the shield, north alley. Throws the C4. He's getting ready for a good ambush.
They saw the C4 though, so I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, but they throw a second C4 to detonate that C4?
I don't know what happened there, to be honest. But sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what they did, but I don't know why they did it. I mean, that...
Yeah, what was the motivation there?
Only Ike finds Rob on the overpass.
Curious as to what the Marsok's defense or offense is. Is it a slow push? I mean, I assume that's what's going on, but oh, they're not relying on that flank anymore. That's for sure.
Ike's gonna have to deal with bullets for breakfast in the train car, but he's the only defender on the platform. Oh no, Lich King is there as well. There's 2 on the platform and 2 in the upstairs.
Right, it's just a shield here.
In the north, getting shot at by Tankist. I think they're trying to get a count of how many people are here in the north so that they can figure out if they're being flanked or if they need to watch that.
I mean, we can see it. They don't know it, but they've been holding up these 4 people from BRSEK for what? 4 or 5 minutes now? Or 2 minutes, sorry. Feels like 4 minutes.
What did he just throw? Oh, he threw a clacker.
Yeah, they've been throwing everything under the sun. I saw a few knives get thrown. Like,
They're just trying to hold him back.
they're trying to hold him back, and I think they're just trying to get information. Maybe try and make them think that they're throwing more C4s. Now let's see if bullets for breakfast can catch only Ike in this rotation to the objective.
Ooh, Neox gets Tankist behind the shield.
it goes out. Nothing happened. Bullets for breakfast catches only Ike in the back. Only Ike not checking the right corner. Solid hit from Bullets for breakfast in the train car. Now that middle level is completely cleared of Marsov.
Neox coming around the corner now. Partisan tosses that. Oh, he threw that. That was a great idea. He threw the frag over the wall as Neox ran away, trying to catch him on the rotation back down the stairs. Didn't work, but it was, I mean, that's some smart play right there. King of the North now engaged with the shield. Partisan downs him. Neox comes around, tries to find him. Partisan double taps King of the North. Neox is out of utility, and now he's just trying to engage with the shield.
If only they had a frag that could solve that problem real quick.
Throws his pistol over.
I don't think people are even fazed by random objects being thrown. I think they hear the click of the pin being pulled, and then they freak.
Neox barely getting away as 3 of them come around the corner. El Vegas gets Lich King on a flank.
Anarchy's losing a lot of defenders. Minute 45 left for 4 Berserk players to get down those north stairs.
That's pretty doable.
It's doable, yes.
Tank picks up Neox. There's only 1 defender left.
Bullets has realized Neox is dead.
Keeping that suppressive fire on that corner just keeps the enemy from peeking it. And Bullets backing off.
Go to the corner and cap, right?
Yeah. If Bullets doesn't check this corner, but Partisan doesn't look like he's doing it. Looks like he's going for the wide angle with the shield.
They're going for the cap.
Definitely could have been a cap there. Definitely could have been a cap.
Yes. But Bullets did the right thing. He ran into the crowd of people with guns and died. 1 point is better than 2, especially when they could have tied it up there. So, good job on Anarchy's or Bullets for Breakfast's decision there at the end. But that was a solid push from Berserk. Just nice, slow, methodical. They didn't hesitate or flinch. So, bravo.
They did spend a lot of time, you know, Neox was doing a good job keeping them held back at the north, but once you run out of utility up there, it's not that easy to hold the north.
Yeah, there's something to say about maybe leaving 1 or 2 grenades in the pocket and then throw maybe all that random stuff. Make them think that you're out of utility, so that when you do throw the nade, they're like, wait a minute, why didn't they throw this earlier? But, hey, they threw everything under the sun, so I don't know what else to say about it, besides maybe the order of operations should have been different.
Yeah, I definitely think that well, at first, the 2 C4s were wasted, and I don't know why, because they saw that the shield was at the end of the north alley. Like, they peeked the corner and threw the first C4, and then they threw a second one up and over and blew both of them up. And that doesn't increase the explosion radius. Like,
no.
They don't multiply. So I don't know what the purpose of that was. But
maybe they thought someone was around the corner. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know. But BRSEK did take the point, and we're moving on to round number 3.
This is the most defensible objective. There's only 3 ways in. 2 of them involve stairs, and another one involves a nice long hallway. So yeah, defense. It's a defense-heavy objective. But that's not to say it's impossible to take.
Okay, there's definitely a C4. There it is. Oop. There.
Oh,
in the a very common position.
Okay, I was about to be like, okay, what is Only Ike doing with that wall? And while at some points he is sort of going into it, it doesn't look like he's trying to go into it intentionally.
So I'm gonna hide over there, and I'm only gonna.
Well, Vegas giving his Only Ike a little
Tankist
bit more.
gets one with the C4 and goes to get the confirmation. Finds King of the North. Now he's pushing the corner. Finds Rob as well. Clears out that overpass.
That's a big pick. You need everyone to attack that objective. And it looks like the loss of those two caused Neox and the Lich King to reevaluate their approach. I think they're going to try and attack it from one of the mid-level stairs.
Think that that's what they're going to do. We're going to ride along with the Lich King real quick and see how he works with this shield.
Hopefully Bullets for Breakfast is on board with this plan and knows it's happening. I would hate to see a team kill.
Oh, but Tankist finds Lich King as he's handing Neox a smoke. Nice long angle. Neox grabs the rifle.
That was a solid shot.
Bullets finds Tankist off of the call out from Neox.
But he did his job. He did a 1-for-3 trade, and that's beautiful. That's exactly what you want to do. Your life for 3 of theirs.
Neox's grenade not making it where he wanted it to go. I think he wanted it to go down the stairs. Vegas rotating downstairs over towards Partisan's position. Bullets gets the double tap onto the south overpass. Shots ringing out from Vegas. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they like heard footsteps. Another confirmation. They want to really make sure that south overpass guy is dead. Neox just ran up and shot him with a pistol.
He did a lot of damage.
I think that's a war crime. He was dead. He was shot. He was shot again.
That one's solid. Now, Bullets is probably going to try attack down this, what, south middle stairs? I don't know what to call these anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what I call them. I think I change it up every time we play. Downstairs south.
Yeah. North stairs, south stairs. Now that gets a little contrived with the terminals. But let's see if Neox can face El Vegas and Only Ike. And Bullets gets Partisan. Wow. Bravo.
Double tap comes out. Now Bullets is going to rotate. Should merge up with the shield. I think that's your safest bet here. You've got 2 players to go down these stairs. Having a shield pointing one way and your shooter looking the other is probably the best. But what is Neox doing? Where is he going? He's just running back to the overpass.
Maybe they want Bullets to go down this stairs and Neox down the other, but they're just wasting time. Oh, he's getting gear.
He's looting.
Dead bodies. Yeah. I mean, I understand why. Only 3 of them. It's a 3v3, so you might as well go in everything you have, especially on this objective.
No, that UI is incorrect. I think there was a drop on the Anarchy side. It's a 3-on-2.
Really? Oof.
Yes, there is a drop on the Anarchy side, but I think he was dead already. Pretty sure.
Hopefully.
It was... I don't remember.
It was one of them.
But I'm pretty sure it was a drop.
But yeah, no, there's only 4 players on their side right now, so it's definitely a drop or someone rage quit? Which is doubtful. Oh, these are the famous smoke grenades that like to go through terrain.
Frag going out into the tracks. Not really sure. That's not a common spot. Ike finds Bullets. Neox gets Vegas.
Are they on objective? Is this gonna count? No.
Oh, Ike throws a flash. Neox does not get hit by that. Now Ike and Senor Sanchez both pushing the shield. They need to pinch him. They're just gonna back him into a corner.
He wants his rifle.
Senor Sanchez does find him. BRSEK take their second point.
Yeah, he tried to reach for his rifle and his model sort of went out a little bit. It's unfortunate. Wish we had full body tracking, but we don't. King of the North is back with an unfortunate drop. We're hoping it didn't happen while he's alive, but we're not sure.
I'm pretty sure that I watched everyone die in that round. Pretty sure.
I want to say I saw King of the North go down.
Yeah.
I remember thinking something about Jon Snow during this round, and there's only one reason to think about it. And it's not to think about the finale or the series. So it's to think about King of the North in the game. But let's see if
Anarchy's on defense. So,
Anarchy's on defense.
I think what
A little brave. But let's see if they can hold the defense as well as BRSEK did.
The rotation. So, my opinion, the rotation from Neox and Lich King out of the service tunnels after their players went down on the overpass was ill-advised. I feel like if you've got a shield, push out the service tunnels. I mean, that's the whole, like, that's what it's good for. And
yeah.
you just need your other guy to watch your back. You don't need to run all the way out and try and go find that kill. If the guy's in the overpass, why are you worried about him in the service tunnels?
Exactly. No, I get you.
Round 4.
Round 4. Now, Neox is going to go up to the overpass. Throw out a C4, it looks like.
That is awfully close.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. It's like, is that going to kill him? I don't think so.
He should be good. But also, it's not hidden at all.
No.
And it's not. See, the thing with the C4 is it's not close enough to the overpass stairs there that they're going to be able to see it and shoot it from farther away than the explosion radius.
Yeah, usually where I see C4 get placed is somewhere in the telephone booth or behind that little electrical box thing.
Mm-hmm. And now he's running up.
I rarely ever see it on the...
Wow, he just ran past Tankus.
Did Tankus not see that at all?
They definitely heard it. Tankus waves off Senor Sanchez, but Sanchez is just going to go for it. He wants this kill. He gets the kill. And now that C4 is no longer... Sanchez sees it.
I mean, they see it now. They're about to deal with it.
That positioning from Neox doesn't really make sense. I mean, he lost the guy in the south stairs, so he rotated over there to guard it, but I don't know.
He could have retreated back down the stairs or done something that didn't sit there and, I guess, wait out in the open.
Yeah, he was very exposed. I mean, even if he had just pushed down the stairs a little bit when he rotated to the south side of the overpass, he wouldn't have got shot from those stairs. But also, I mean, I feel like, so you lose your south train car guy, they still have to come down the stairs, the bottom stairs. So is it really that bad to give them the platform? I mean, they can't cap from up there. They have to get to the objective.
Yeah, in my opinion, everything down to the middle platform, on this objective at least, you can cede to the other team. You can certainly retreat and just keep them, you know, let them think about what's happening as opposed to you getting kills or them getting kills.
Yeah, I definitely only care about the service tunnels and the 2 stairs. Anything outside of that, you could run around singing country roads and I don't care.
Yeah, that's yours. I'm not going to try and pick you there. Maybe Neox got a little overconfident. I don't know.
Yeah, there he is. I was looking for this last player. We've got Partisan coming down the north stairs. He's not going to have anyone. There's no one on this platform. No defenders up top. Wait, where? I'm missing a defender.
Let's see, Lich King on
Oh, they
one
lost
side
2.
of
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all 3 defenders are downstairs. So the entire platform is clear. But you do have to spend a lot of time checking and clearing and all of that fun stuff. You got to assume that someone's hiding in a train car somewhere or tucked into a corner on one of the tracks.
And I don't think they have an accurate kill count. I think they only think they killed 1.
Oh, and Tankus downs Vegas.
That's not good. Vegas is he's kind of good.
He's only down.
Hopefully,
he can go get rezzed.
I think Tankus realized his mistake. Now that is a little bit of a unfortunate move, especially on Marsoc, considering the uniforms are brown. But it happens. Team kills happen, especially when you're getting a little paranoid.
Minute 55 left. They have to push down these stairs. They have the manpower.
Yeah.
And honestly, having four or more is best case scenario, because if you come down these stairs 2-on-2 and just split, you know, the likelihood of you winning all those trades is pretty high.
Yeah, once you get the first kill, it usually comes down to the sheer weight of the players left on your team, you know, a 4v2 or a 4v1 once you start taking people down. And you either get the cap or, you know, you get the kills. But I think BRSEK can do this if they use their momentum going down those stairs with 4 people effectively. They are wasting a lot of time. They're down to the last minute. Getting a little antsy.
Oh, they're running down here. I didn't even see them. Partisan comes down with a frag, gets one. Lich King is down. Partisan goes down to Senior Sanchez. Or no, to Rob. Rob gets 2.
This is still a dangerous position for Anarchy to be in. One person on the objective. Oh, Vegas is coming through the smoke. And if Tankus gets to the objective with Rob being very distracted, that could be a cap. Granted, Tankus isn't being very on the ball about it.
Vegas has got tablet out.
He does.
Rob isn't looking at him. He doesn't see him. He looks down the platform instead.
Vegas! I couldn't see in the smoke that he was capping, but go Vegas. Okay, good. The sound levels are even now.
He
Good
was
stuff.
definitely concerned about people down the platform. That is not the right replay, unfortunately. But yeah, take 2 points and map 1.
Yeah, surprising upset. BRSEK defeats Anarchy. I guess I wouldn't call it an upset, but still, I mean, Anarchy's a very good team with very good players. I thought he'd be... Well, I thought he'd blind fire the hell out of that smoke.
You know, he had nades, but he kept throwing them like as hard as he could down the platform past the objective. And I would, if I was where he was, I'd be really concerned about the stairway right in front of me. You can see down the platform. You can't see the smoke. Like, I don't know.
You can't see into that smoke.
Right. Obviously, that smoke is cover.
And for anyone who's new, what we're saying basically, the smoke will hide the player that's capping. So the best strategy, if you can't see the player but you think someone's there, is to just start blind firing into the smoke. Just because you want to prevent that cap. Your life doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, and he was, I mean, he was just super tunnel focused too, because even after he threw both of those utility, I think they were both flashes, he ran down the tracks looking at the south end, the south entrance. And there was no one there, so I don't know. I don't know if he thinks he saw something. Not really sure.
You never know. I mean, when you're in the game, it's completely different from the caster's perspective. We have the overview. We can see where people are through smoke, through walls and everything, so it's a little easier to comment on everything, you know, being hindsight 2020, and we have the helicopter view essentially. So, but once you're in the firefight and you're in the first person mode, it really comes down to what you know, what you don't know, and he has a different set of information. I mean, it's only what's being communicated to him in the game.
That is true, and he was last man standing. We didn't have any information at that point. Now, map number 2.
Still would have charged that smoke. Like, that smoke was the most dangerous thing on the field. The guy down at the end of the, like, if there was anyone down there, I personally would have ignored him.
Right.
I would have.
You deal with where cap radius is the most important. You deal with where people can cap.
Radius.
Yeah.
Check it. But anyways, I'm sure Anarchy is going to be very sensitive to that now. They're not going to let any smoke go unblind fired, right, Anarchy? And it is Suburbia as our new map. So this is definitely a blind fire heavy map.
Rosters are the same, and we're kicking off map number 2.
Yep, the objective on, or the first objective on Suburbia over here on Burning. A rather asymmetrical objective. It's very, very over to the right of the map if you're looking from the Anarchy spawn perspective. Sorry. And so it makes it a little more difficult for the defenders to defend, mostly because you're essentially defending a corner with not much cover.
Yeah, and I mean, it's pretty common that someone's sitting on that porch. So the amount of defensive positions you can take to cover this. Ooh, that C4. Where did that go?
I don't know.
I saw it come out. Is it in the tree? Yeah, it's on the tree. I found it. That's a pretty good toss.
There's reasons why I don't put colliders on the tops of my trees, and that's one of them.
King of the North sitting on that porch, waiting for any kind of footsteps over there to blow that C4. A solid defensive strategy there, and he's got Lich King watching his back, and Bullets is hanging out in the main house or in the spawn house. Neox and Rob in mid house, and they're all watching objective. I think is it King of the North?
Yeah,
he does have the backside. I was thinking Neox was a little exposed there on the porch, but it looks like King of the North is looking past him in the lane too.
He is.
Which works out pretty well. I mean, they've got overlapping coverage. I'm trying to think where the first pick would come from. Where would you attack from? I mean, we're looking at the overhead now, and BRSEK is just pushing up as a line very slowly.
It would actually be King of the North, to be honest. The easiest way to get rid of him, it would be if only Ike or Sir Sanchez cooks a grenade, chucks it, and lets it hit that curved barricade next to King of the North. And once it hits the ground and pops, he's gone, unless he runs away. But most times they're not even going to do that if you cook. So
I think that the best pick option would be to come down lane 1 and shoot King of the North on the porch through the bushes.
That's certainly doable too.
All of a sudden, it looks like this is a timed approach. 4 minutes in, smokes rolling in all over the place.
Well, it was actually pretty good smokes there, the two next to the objective.
Vegas running up with 2 smokes in his hand, making the cross. I think he's going to go full smoke bomb and just try and get this cap. Partisan running up. Oh, that frag! That frag! Vegas can't see it or hear it. That is the downside of the smokes in your hands. Ike now doing the same thing. Vegas is going to get res. They're moving those smokes up. Another, a flash. That definitely got Ike. No, Ike's got tablet out. King of the North isn't checking it. He throws a frag out, but is it going to be too late? It is! It's just too late! Wow. All right, let's see. We got that replay.
Oh my god, they've been capped on twice through the smoke. That's brutal.
The fact that Ike just kept going with the code when I'm pretty sure he clearly heard that grenade right over his head is amazing. I mean, that's some cojones right there.
Yeah. Most reservists, they usually don't default to capping. I know that's sort of a broad brush thing, but I usually don't see. El Vegas is usually the only one who caps these days. But only Ike, he committed. He was like, I'm putting the code in. I don't care about the fight. I don't care about my teammates dying. Code. And that's what you need to do right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was also the plan, right? Because if one guy goes down, if you just keep feeding, as long as you've got smoke coverage, if you just keep feeding people into that smoke and everyone tries to cap, I mean, how often are you like, I killed one capping, let me check it, let me check it again, you know, like.
Yeah. How many people are in the smoke? And it turned out to be all of them.
Yeah, use your friends as you know, body coverage. Just tuck in, put 3 people and prone up there, and the guy in the middle should survive because you can't shoot him. Just use your guys as shields. It's fine.
Yeah, but that round was a great example of what information can do for you and what it can't do for you. They didn't know it was in the smoke. They killed 3 people and they thought it was over.
And they were definitely relying. I mean, they kept throwing frags and flashes into the smoke, relying on that to slow down or stop. But I mean, yeah, a flash will slow someone down, but if you don't go check it, the flash wears off and they're right back to where they were.
Yeah, And the smoke's still going to keep going for the next, 5 or 6 more seconds.
Vegas taking a smoke on defense. Senor Sanchez with a nice long pick on a Neox early.
Yeah, BRSEK is certainly taking it right to Anarchy's face right now.
Vegas really loves his smokes. He's rocking right up on the Lich King with 2 smokes in hand.
I mean, that's got to be the most intimidating thing in the world. See, Lich King's even backing off.
I mean, you do know when a smoke moves that there's someone in it. Lich King is definitely looking for Vegas.
Well, Vegas does love luring people in. He's like me, He likes being loud. He likes letting people know where he is because that makes it easier for him to kill him. Ooh. Oh, yep.
Lich King finds it.
Well, Vegas looked forward right as Lich King came around the corner. That's a rough pick. But good push from Lich King there. He solved his problem.
Partisan throws a flash. I think that caught Bullets. Yep, Bullets runs right into a fence. Gets taken down, but Rob gets Partisan right after. Nice refrag there. It's pretty funny watching someone just kind of like continue to run into a fence, like their legs are moving and they're not going anywhere.
It happens. You gotta pay attention. Keep your movement going.
BRSEK has a pretty solid defense still. I mean, 1 on the objective, 1 in the south house, and 1 at the tank, which can crash into the objective. Smokes are running out. Only Ike puts a flash out. Doesn't catch anybody there.
You didn't get any new utility from Vegas's body, because Vegas only had 2 smokes that he used. So that, basically the trick I said to clear the porch isn't doable anymore, because I want to say BRSEK's used, or Anarchy's used all their grenades.
And a couple of bad lays there with the smoke. That green smoke on the roof not helping.
No.
They're trying. It looks like they're trying to block the view from the south house and the tank, so that they only have to deal with this guy on the porch. Shots from Senor Sanchez at the tank. But Tankus gets King of the North inside the house, center house.
Yeah, they were trying to get to that 2nd floor and just didn't work out. At least that's what I thought they were doing.
One is center house and one is tank.
Oh, Lich King goes down. The nade on the feet under the Humvee.
Yep, there's a gap there, guys, and you can get exploded.
Rob gonna go for the res is the question.
He has to. I mean,
Ooh, he's been seen.
he's gonna get pinched in a corner though if he tries to get up to that Hummer.
No utility. 2.5 minutes. I mean, he could do it if he kind of prones up there. He should be safe, but getting out of there once he gets this res is going to be difficult when they're looking for you.
And they're gonna see Lich King.
Oh, they see him. Rob just barely surviving behind that tire.
I think Lich King's best move is to move over to his right, to the hedge.
Only Ike peeking around now. Finds one. Lich King looks over there, doesn't see him. Ike rotating away immediately after taking those shots.
Lich King needs to get out of there. There he goes. Good.
Gonna run right across Senor Sanchez's line of sight. Nope. Sanchez looks away.
Minute 30 left. I mean, if I had to direct Lich King anywhere, I'd say head over to lane 1, go to APC, start cutting through that way, but you're still gonna have a tough fight with Tankus and only Ike.
Now rotating over to 4, back through the playground, going towards the objective, right back to the Humvee. I mean, only Ike's definitely going to hear him.
Yep.
Oh, and he shoots himself!
I guess maybe he.
I think he was
let
trying to
go-
pre-fire or something, and the tracking failed. But let's take a look. Let's see if. He flicked his gun at the corner, and then I think he was trying to flick the corner again, and he shot himself.
That's a rough ending. I mean, I don't think it would have changed anything. Even if he got only like at that corner there, he would have had to deal with Sanchez and Tankist in pretty solid positions. So, as much as it sucks to shoot yourself and end the round that way, it doesn't seem like it was intentional. And, I mean, definitely wasn't intentional. But he wasn't going to survive anyways. It was a 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, he would have come around that corner, and there's a porch guy, a tank guy, and a spawn house guy that could all see that corner. I don't really think he had anywhere to go.
No, I mean, it's not impossible to kill all those people. We're not saying it's guaranteed he would have lost there, but, like, you know, it was leaning that way heavily. And Berserk wasn't sort of letting up or making any mistakes by sending out flankers or trickling people in, so you gotta call it like it is, you know?
And now we're moving up to the northwest white car objective. And BRSEK only have to get one more point to take the map and the series. And, you know, I feel like they can do it. They've been looking really hot on Suburbia. And
4v5? What is going on?
oh, maybe it's a false start.
Okay, never mind, it was a false start. My mistake.
Oh,
They got all their players in now, but I do think Suburbia and Subway are some of Berserk's strongest maps.
what is happening?
What is happening?
They're not doing a reset. Everyone's just frozen. I feel like there's a lot of technical difficulties right now because Ike is just looking at Sanchez, who's on the ground. Okay, they reset themselves. I was like, what is happening? Because Anarchy is just sitting on the ground. Like they took their headsets off and left. Okay, so we're gonna run to an intermission real quick and we'll be right back. right. Everyone is back in the lobby, and we're back in round.
Maybe you know where the fire is.
3. There's a cap.
Three. There was a cap.
You know where the fire is in the truck, Robbie?
Neo's subbed in,
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
and it looks like he's gonna rock a PKM, and the rest of the team's got rifles. So pretty solid defensive loadout. Same objective as last time, by the white card.
Lots of free fire coming out on the BRSEK side, but not going to catch anything. What are these? What are these angles that they're firing at? Partisan shooting right over Tankist's head. Gotta really trust your teammates there.
Yeah.
A long-range grenade coming out. Oh, a little short.
And Tankist, was it? I think it was Tankist or Partisan. I don't know the name from here. It's Partisan. Tankist is now dead over by Fountain. But Partisan did rotate away from that grenade very well. As soon as he started getting tossed, he was already gone. It was probably just coincidence, but good rotation. He knew he was getting too much fire.
More nades rolling out, not finding anybody. BRSEK have 4 up. Anarchy still have 5 members standing on defense. They haven't dealt with the guy at the tank, or at the semi.
No. They're already down a person, which is a little concerning, but I'm pretty sure Rob knows where Partisan is, so if Partisan tries to cross, Rob's gonna get the kill. Sanchez tries to cross, Rob's gonna get the kill. Rob may be able to pick up Partisan. Nope, not anymore.
Rob is definitely trying to get these kills, though. He's slowly creeping up behind the angle, shoots at Sanchez, doesn't find him. His position is now known.
It is known.
What's weird is that Ike had already gotten past him and could have come back and shot him. Oh, and the frag's coming out. Same spot, nobody there. Some blind fire coming out from both sides.
That smoke actually is pretty effective, keeping Rob a little blind.
Frag a little too long. Rob still there, waiting, trying to find Senor Sanchez still. Finds Partisan. Neo finds only Ike. Rob finds Senor Sanchez. And now the last member standing is Vegas. And he's got his 2 smokes. He's running across the street. Neox is on the other side, though. Oh, man.
I just saw 3 people just start running at the smoke El Vegas had out in the middle of the street. It's just like, yeah, okay, we know how this is going to end. Anarchy's learned their lesson. Always blast the smoke.
Smoke doesn't save you from bullets. It just obscures you.
I like how we popped it like a fourth of the way in and thought no one was going to notice that there's a giant cloud of smoke creeping across the other side of the street. But hey, it's El Vegas. He likes to be super stealthy and he's got weird strats.
You've got to like place one to go across the street and then wave your second one so that it kind of blends together.
Yeah. So they don't exactly know where you are. And then maybe even throw one of them a little further out and pick up the other one. You know, get a little tricksy with it, but he had 5 people shooting into the smoke.
Or go loot someone, have 4 smoke grenades, hold 2 in your hand, 2 on your chest, and then you might be good.
The ultimate defense.
Just spin in a circle, and like they won't be able to see you from any direction. You know, you just have like.
Yeah. I still think you would have gotten blind fired down. Like you saw that.
Yeah.
There was 5 people staring at that cloud, being like.
Yeah, they had an accurate kill count, and they're like, "Let's go get this last guy." Yeah.
They trucked him. But Neo coming in, definitely a good sub, keeping his team organized. I believe Neo's the team captain, or is it Neox?
I think Neox is the captain.
Well, either way. Both are great players. Neo coming in, definitely keeping his team focused, and they might actually bring it back. Don't count Anarchy out. I know we've been sort of impressed with the way Berserk's been doing things lately, especially against Anarchy, but Anarchy's full of good players, and if they get on their game and Berserk gets a little bit, you know, relaxed about things, Anarchy's got this.
And we've got round number 4.
Is this the same objective as it was?
They only played it once. They took a break.
Oh,
there was the timeout.
It's the timeout that's messing with my brain. This is what your timeouts do to us, casters. We don't know what happens. But solid defensive loadouts from Berserk. I see 2 LMGs and a bunch of generic rifles, G36, AK-12. So they definitely have the ammo to hold back Anarchy.
Partisan has a C4 in hand. He's gonna get ready to throw it. Oh, but he goes down. Senor Sanchez and Partisan got lined up from Neox in the playground.
That's a big, big catch for Anarchy right now. If they get only Ike, they have this whole side of the street.
I think he peeked up on the... Yeah, he was up on the slide to get that kill. Now...
The slide is the one thing I really hope they keep legal. Like, that is just a joy to use.
Lich King pre-firing the fence on the 4 side.
I mean, honestly, right now, it's kind of the only Ike show.
A grenade.
Can only Ike fight 4 Anarchy players?
See, standing behind these fences is just not a good defensive position in my opinion. They're completely penetrable. So even if you don't see anybody there, you can just shoot it, and you can't. There's nowhere to hide. You can't run away from it.
Here comes the cascade of smokes. The rotation's going to come out. Neox is waiting for only Ike to reveal himself. They know someone's around here. Oof. Tankus catches Neox on the cross, though.
Wow, that's a long shot, too.
Well, he sort of stood there and tried to see if he could pick anyone out, which, not the best idea. Honestly, my opinion of this cross is never stop. If there's someone shooting at you, sure, stop and try and prevent it. But if they're shooting at you from the flank, get into cover. Because you're probably going to die on the response fire.
Just commit. Just go for it.
Exactly. Commit.
Lich King tucked up, made it across. The smokes are dissipating. Neo does make it across right before they finish. Anarchy does have the man advantage.
Only Ike's puking out. He's getting a little aggressive. I don't exactly like where Neo's going. So only Ike will win that fight.
Only Ike should have the advantage here. I mean, all he has to do is look through the bush. I don't know why he keeps peeking around the edge of the K-rail.
Some players are just not comfortable looking through the hedges. I've had a few of them express it to me. So I don't know. I love looking through the hedges, but I also have an index, so.
I mean, I hate it, but that's what I would be doing.
Yes. Some people hate it to the point where they just don't do it, and that's no. You need to look through the hedges, especially on this version of Suburbia. But with Neo and Lich King all the way on this corner, and Rob at the middle, it's gonna be an interesting push.
I was gonna say, I think Neo sees Vegas, but it doesn't look like he knows exactly where Vegas is. One with the bush. He's between the 2 bushes, which is a great defensive position if you don't want to go anywhere. If you're committed to staying there for the whole time. Because, I mean, yeah, you can't be seen from either side.
Yeah, and it's not a place people hit because they think someone's there. No one's been hiding in the bushes lately.
Well, and you don't pre-fire the ground either, right? You pre-fire like at chest height, waist height.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, no one considers that cover that someone's actually going to be in. Ooh, only Ike picks Neox and Lich King, or Neo and Lich King.
And Tankist found another over here, and it went from a 4-3 to a 1-3 in 2 seconds.
Yep.
BRSEK looking good to take this series.
Just have to take down Rob. I mean, there is really no wisdom in throwing a grenade into that front yard just to see, because what are you really going to catch? If someone's on the porch, they're not going to get naded. So, honestly, El Vegas is in a pretty clutch spot.
I mean, an air burst is what you would do, and you'd throw it over the house, and it would to catch the porch, and it would definitely catch Vegas. I mean, you wouldn't be throwing it to get him, but it would. It would.
Yeah, my only. There it is.
Tankist finds Rob on a pick. BRSEK.
They take it. They take the match. Solid two map wins right now in a row. Holy crap.
Yeah, 8-3 so far.
And there we are, cargo.
That's right. We're gonna go see some cargo for map number 3. So we should see a lot of fast action here.
Yeah, last round, cargo. This is going to be more of a run and gun COD style map. Hopefully. I mean, especially since it's the last round and it doesn't really matter.
Everything matters.
Everything matters.
I mean, so if Anarchy managed to take 5 points, which is doable on cargo, then they tie the score 8-8, but they'd still lose. But that's the best case scenario at this point.
I mean, that is good for MMR. They're experienced players, but they're a new team, so they don't have their MMR assigned yet. So going for MMR for Anarchy is probably a good thing. They want to get higher in the rankings. So go for it, guys. Go for the cap. Go for the win on cargo.
You always go for the cap? Isn't that the plan? Isn't that the whole point?
Not necessarily on cargo. Sometimes it's just, okay, there's people around me. I need to fight. But this objective, no real, I call them cheese spots, but basically where you can sort of hop in and be relatively safe from the enemy for a good 5 to 10 seconds. There's none of that here. You're going to have to cap pretty out in the open. The best you're going to get is maybe the corner of the U.S. Army box. But for the most part, this objective is one of the rather harder ones to cap. But if the defense loses 2 or 3 players, it makes it a lot more difficult to defend. So it depends on how they do. At least the defenders.
I don't know what's inside this U.S. Army box. What are we shipping?
The Lord knows.
Or no?
The texture's been downgraded enough that we can't see it. But to be honest, I think I've seen this asset before, and it's an ammo crate.
Like how there's like a USPS shipping sticker on the side of it.
Oh, they made that. That's not fictional.
All right, here we go. Round 1, map 3, cargo.
BRSEK's already got it, guys. They're playing for MMR now. See if Anarchy can tie up the score.
Smoke's coming out. I'm not sure that first one was where they wanted it to go. That green smoke doesn't really cover anything there.
Yeah.
Vegas making into the yellow room. Neo coming up, firing Neox with the smoke cover. Neo just pre-firing, makes it into the red container. C4 misses him, but Tankist doesn't. Now Rob and Neox. Neox is moving up with the smoke and tablet in hand. He's on the objective, tablet out. You can't even see him in the smoke, and he gets it.
He claps back. He does exactly what Anarchy's done to them.
That was beautiful. Let's watch that again. I mean, he just walked up there while the rest of his team kind of ran out. And so, BRSEK is calling kills, and and they're not expecting someone to just be sitting there capping while the team goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I can't emphasize this anymore. If there's smoke near objective, clear it with your body. Like, like run through it. Make sure there's no one there. If you die going through it, it's a great thing because now your team knows there's someone in there, and you actually made that guy put his tablet away. So, honestly, if there's a smoke near objective.
I remember casting a match on Bazaar. Maybe I was playing. I can't remember, but there was someone. It was the Eastern objective, and someone was capping in the smoke from the north end, and the last man standing was trying to throw a C4 down the north alley, and he ran forward, and then all of a sudden he was like, I just got stuck. So I looked down, and there's a dude, and the dude was like capping in his crotch. You're like, yeah, so if you find somebody, you use your body and you stop moving in the smoke, you're attached to someone.
Yeah. And then you start shooting at your feet or throwing nades around. Like, just do something to prevent that cap, because caps are the worst way for the other team to get points on you.
Round 2, Anarchy on defense now. Are they going to get ejected? Are they going to get aggressive?
Looks like Anarchy's going to play this pretty aggressive. Ooh,
Neo downs Neox? What? Why was that even a shot? Like,
I don't know.
He was pre-firing a lane. Bullets finds Partisan. Tankus finds Lich King and comes up through 2. Senior Sanchez finds Bullets. Tankus on it. Nope. Neox takes down Tankus. Rob's in 3. Senior Sanchez is in 1. Rob rotates to 2. He knows that there's someone over there. He peeks the corner, finds Senor Sanchez on the backside and rotates. Still looking for kills. Rob rotating back.
Well, BRSEK's stuck behind the halfway point. I mean, they are very paranoid about moving past those buildings.
Vegas, your Legionnaires is showing. Thrown his way all the way across the map. Takes some shots on the Rob, doesn't connect.
Maybe it's not halfway in a box, but
like walking up to 1.
well, Anarchy knows they don't have to engage, so I don't know why Rob's trying to push up a little bit. But they've also won it, so what does it really matter at this point? They're probably just happy.
No, Anarchy lost.
Anarchy, my mistake. BRSEK. My brain is flagging right now. I need some food.
Ike comes out of 1. Right side, now he's moving up. He's gonna have to kill a couple.
He can sneak past Rob, but he will have to kill the Neos.
The Neos.
Yeah, Neox, Neo. I mean, you might as well give him a plural now. For a while, I thought they were the same person with different names. Until I actually started talking to him.
I can definitely hear Neox talking, so he's waiting for that cross. He misses the shot. No, he gets the shots, but it's a trade. Ike goes down. Rob's going to come for the confirmation.
Now Vegas is come. Ooh. Okay. Now Vegas knows where Rob is, and he knows to be a little careful exiting the tunnel. So good rotation on Rob just to get away from that bot he revealed himself to.
Vegas ready for it, but a trade. Anarchy take their 3rd point.
Anarchy's doing pretty well on these aggressive pushes. I think they should have been a bit more aggressive on at least a few of their rounds, just to switch it up a little bit. Give BRSEK something to think about.
Yeah, and maybe they should have picked into this map. I mean, so they were home, so they got 2 map picks. They picked Subway and did not win, and lost on Suburbia, which was BRSEK's map pick, and then they picked into Cargo. Now, if you feel good on Cargo, maybe pick it first and get that, that warm-up round I'd rather if I'm gonna have a warm-up round in the match, I would rather it be cargo, because I mean, let's be honest, it's more run and gun, and you get those quick reaction shots, you get that warm-up feeling, and it's just easier to play. I mean, Subway is a very technical map.
Yeah. Another thing that I think outside observers don't really think of is the morale bonus that a win on the first map kind of gives you. It definitely helped BRSEK there, where they were just confident in everything they were doing. They weren't second-guessing themselves, and it worked out for them. I think Anarchy's kind of got a little bit of doublethink there, especially in Suburbia, where they hesitated a bit. But a lot of smokes go out.
It is the other north objective, so it's going to be basically the exact same attack. Shots from Vegas find bullets for breakfast in a trade. Rob needs to go confirm that body. Lich King missing or getting shot at.
And Lich King, my opinion, I would have charged through there and just either died or I don't know. But once you get past that, once you get past wherever Sir Sanchez is pre-firing, you actually have a pretty good gap between the box and the wall that you can get an advantage on them.
Smoke's coming out.
A solid smoke to block anyone in yellow room, which there is no one.
Neo confirms Vegas.
Yeah, BRSEK's just castling up on the defense.
Lich King is looking on the objective under the door. Such a tight shot, but Partisan's moving slow enough, and he should see him. Oh.
Now, one thing I haven't seen from Anarchy is the use of the cracks on this map. Maybe Rob's using it right now.
Nope.
No, he's not at all. The cracks between these buildings, some of the crates, you can look through and get information from it. I haven't seen anyone on Anarchy. I don't think I've seen anyone on BRSEK either use that to their advantage. Not even the gaps between the doors on the crates or under the crates. Like, those are typical places where you can get free information without getting shot at. And it's a little concerning to not see that be used.
Ooh, that nade would have got someone, I think, if they were there, but no one is there. That one does get someone, though. Only Ike goes down. Down, but not out.
Nope, he's going to get the res off, though. That was timed with an Anarchy push. Then he might have stayed down, but it's going to be a res, and it's going to be a 4v4.
Or a follow-up grenade. The likelihood that your nade only downs is pretty high.
Yeah, that would have been pretty clutch if they just chucked another one in as the res was going out. Got that twofer.
And they just held up. Anarchy just stopped their push. I mean, they haven't moved from their positions.
Yeah, the Lich King could move up to yellow room and get a pick onto the objective.
Rob trading fire with only Ike. Ike putting out a flash. I think that caught Rob. Partisan and Ike over there on the west side.
Yeah.
Left side. I don't use north, south, east, and west on cargo. Lich King now looking. Neo finds near Sanchez. Neo's running up the backside now. Finds Tankist. Lich King finds Partisan. Now it's only Ike is the last man standing.
They could get. Oh, but it's a 4. So 7v8. BRSEK takes it, but Anarchy pulls up with the points.
Yeah, not a big spread there. 7-8, like you said. BRSEK taking the first 2 maps. And the series, obviously. But is that their third? Let's see. How many matches have they had so far this season? Anarchy has had 2. BRSEK has had 2. So that's their third for both teams. So they should get their MMR now and get placed on the rankings where they should be. So we'll see how that shakes out. Go check the rankings if you want to take a look. But I think that's it for us. Great games. We had one timeout, which I think was technical difficulties. But, I mean, the matches were close. The rounds were good. And I'm definitely glad that I picked up this game. Liked watching these two teams. There are more matches later tonight. Let me take a look real quick. We have 3 matches tonight. Starting at 8 Eastern. So in 3.5 hours. We have SEAL Team Bravo and Animal House with me on Honor Master League 2. We have Sinister Pride and Warfare on 3 with Control Flirt Delete. And then an hour later, we have Globo versus Mayhem on Honor Master League 1 with Noman and Nightfire. So good games tonight to come watch. I know Warfare is a new up-and-coming favorite. Everyone likes to watch them. SEAL Team Bravo looking super strong this week. And I think the Animal House matchup is a great one. And then Globo versus Mayhem, those top teams duking it out. So it should be a good night, good end of the week for Onward. You got anything else, Snoop?
No, I mean, it's going to be some great games tonight, especially the Globo versus Mayhem game. I mean, that can go any way at this point. SEAL Team Bravo and Animal House. I mean, SEAL Team Bravo's, God, they're going to be top 10 this season. So, yeah, Animal House versus SEAL Team Bravo. I couldn't even predict who's going to win that one. And if you look at the votes, going towards Animal House, but I know the players on SEAL Team Bravo, and they're going to put up a good fight against Animal House. So let's watch both those casts tonight. Sinister Pride versus Warfare. That's going to be an interesting one. A little lower tier match on OML 3, but those are actually the funner matches to watch because you see strategies you don't normally see in the meta.
I think they're all going to be close matches, though. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what the votes are for, all the teams for tonight, they're close. Relatively full of vets that are really experienced. Yeah. I'm looking at what? This is Sinister Pride with Nullus, Ostentatious Candy, yeah, Festertain, Flying Potatoes, like all players that have been playing for, 1,000+ hours. So if you want to see some good matches, hop on tonight on OML 1, 2, and 3.
Yep, and that is it for the casting desk. I'm going to go make some food and then get ready to cast later tonight, and I will see you then.
Yeah. Later, guys.